50, 45. There goes Davis.
Oh, my God.
Davis is going to run it all the way back. Auburn's going to win the football game. Auburn's going to win the football game. He ran the missed field goal back. He ran it back 109 yards. They're not going to keep him off the field tonight. Holy cow. Oh, my God. Auburn wins. Auburn has won the Iron Bowl. Auburn has won the Iron Bowl in the most unbelievable fashion you will ever see.
Welcome in, everyone, to a brand new edition of the Dream Wager, episode 509. Today is Thursday, March 20th, 2025. And kid, the brackets are all set, and we are locked and loaded. Have you been watching it a little bit today?
Just a tad. Was able to tune in a little bit. Watched Xavier take care of business.
What a
Shockingly, Dill.
What a
2-0 to start the tournament.
Yes.
UNC won by a mile.
Oh my
Xavier
God.
took care of business. Hey, fade me now, people, because I gave out enough winners already.
Oh, shit. Yeah, I mean, what a comeback and cover. They weren't winning the whole game, and then a comeback and cover was what a game last night. But yeah, we'll talk about that. Alabama State wins a close one. UNC absolutely dominated San Diego State.
Like I said, it was a must-win game.
Mm-hmm. So we got that. A little NFL news to talk about. We'll recap the Tokyo series as well. Dodgers, they take both games without Mookie and Freddie Freeman. They are absolutely stacked. Only 5 games here on a Thursday for the I don't know why it does that. My mic has been cutting off. You heard that? The little drop?
It wasn't like fully out though. It just went like
It died.
The volume went down.
Yeah, I don't know why. It's been doing that the last few days. Anyway.
For the record, people, me and Dylan brought our mics the same day.
Yeah. Which was what, like 3-4 years ago?
Nah, 4 years ago. Like 2020 playoffs.
Yeah. It's almost 5 years. Yeah.
Yeah.
So got my money's worth. Other than that, we got NBA, we got college hoops. So we'll give you out picks for Friday's game. NHL 14-game slate, huge one. Got a lot of plays there. And then MLB futures, we are locked and loaded. The start of opening day, for the rest of the teams besides the Cubs and Dodgers start Thursday. So we'll give out some futures that we like towards the end of the show. But kid, I want to start with the Super Bowl champs, the Philadelphia Eagles. 5-time Pro Bowl All-Pro offensive tackle Lane Johnson. He reworked his contract to add $8 million over the next 2 years and an additional $30 million in guarantees. He's about to be 35 in a few months, and he's going to earn $48 million over the next 2 years, $40 million guaranteed. Essentially, he just added 1 year, $25 million to his now deal. So he's under contract until 2027, and future Hall of Famer Lane Johnson.
I like it, Dale, just because you saw his message or his post, whatever.
Mm-hmm.
We saw Brandon Ingram, who had a tremendous career. He retired. His boy, honestly, might be one of his best friends. The year prior, Kelsey retired. So Lane Johnson, I'm surprised that he read up for 2 years, because I wouldn't be surprised after this season he calls it a quits, to be honest. So shout out him for coming back, sticking it out. Shout out the Eagles for also taking care of him as well. But also wouldn't be surprised if he retires after this year.
I thought he was going to go out this year after winning a Super Bowl.
Me too. I think he wants to run it back. And let's not forget, he's still a top 10 offensive lineman at his position.
Oh, yeah.
Maybe top 5.
Maybe he feels like they have a good enough team to run it back.
No, they do. It's just these past 2 years, he's been dealing with more, nicky-knack injuries. Nothing major, nothing that keeps him off the field for an extended period of times, but these past 2 years, he's been out for like 3 weeks here, 4 weeks there, 2 weeks here. So, maybe that's in the back of his mind as well.
Chiefs, they get a big-time receiver. Juju Smith, 1-year deal. He re-signs with the Chiefs. Patrick Mahomes gets his boy back. And then ex-Chief Mecole Hardman, he signed with the Packers on a 1-year deal. I thought that was a good move for them, and I think he fits Matt LaFleur's offense pretty well. So 2 Chiefs, 1 resigns, 1 goes to Lambeau.
Yeah, with Juju, I love the signing just because we saw it even in the playoff run. Juju is not going to be the number 1 receiver. He's not going to do this, but he's going to make impactful plays when he does get the ball. So, to me, this was, I'm not going to say a must keep, but it's definitely a nice piece to have in the depth chart. I think Juju is not that guy like he once was, let's just say in Pittsburgh, but on a third down, come playoff time, you need somebody to catch the ball. Travis Kelsey's double covered. Juju is going to be able to catch the ball. So I like that move. And who was the other guy?
McCole Hartman.
Hey, not for nothing.
Speedster.
Speedster. Why I also like that move with Green Bay, just because all the injuries they deal on the outside. Hartman, he's not an every down wide receiver. I expect him to be healthy throughout the whole season. He's that down the field threat. So I like it. I don't love it. Definitely like Juju more though.
And then lastly, there were reports this week that the Vikings are moving forward with J.J. McCarthy as their number one quarterback. They are not in the race anymore for Aaron Rodgers. Aaron Rodgers, apparently, according to sources, they say that he is in no rush. He wants to take his time.
Yeah, I saw a report that he wants $33 million a year.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Yeah, it's a little, bro. You made enough.
Yeah, you don't need the money, and that's what he was saying. I think last offseason or two years ago with the Jets, he was like, "I don't need the money," but now you do.
Okay.
One, are you surprised Vikings are out and they're going forward with JJ? Because I'm not.
Am I surprised they're out of the Aaron Rodgers sweepstakes? No.
Mm-hmm.
Am I a little surprised that they're going head on with J.J. McCarthy? Yes. Just because, first, you're going to move forward with somebody that hasn't taken an NFL snap ever. I understand he won a national championship with Michigan. I understand that, and the potential is there. I'm not denying that. All I'm saying is he went from a 14-win team, right? That's what they were.
Yeah.
A game away from the division title. I understand the last two times we saw the Minnesota Vikings, Sammy D ain't show up. Hear that? Understand that. But from the fan base perspective, are we just going to go back to the norm? Because Minnesota, man, they have a great fan base. They got a brand new stadium. I think their expectations is to win, at least to be a playoff team. I understand the Super Bowl contenders a little out the rim, but if I'm a Minnesota Vikings fan, I expect it to compete for the division for the next 5 seasons. I'm not sure you're gonna have that with JJ McCarthy. I could be wrong. I hope I'm wrong, because I honestly like Kevin and Minnesota personally. I like Minnesota, but I'm just a little surprised that you're just gonna possibly go back to the norm, possibly go back to where you was with Kirk Cousins, just a so-so team that could make the playoffs. If not, we don't make the playoffs. I'm not saying Sammy D would have been the answer, but all I'm saying is we saw a 14-win team, a team that was a game away from a division, and I understand that they show up playoff time. With J.J. McCarthy, I could guarantee you won't be a 14-win team, and you won't be competing for the division title.
I think they've just seen enough out of JJ in college, and they've invested in a lot in him. And they saw around the market, and they said, you know what? None of these guys fits what we want to do. We couldn't bring back Sam Darnold. Okay, he wound up getting paid. Credit to him. He deserves it.
But he didn't get a huge contract. Minnesota could have easily paid him or matched.
But they don't want to do that. You get a rookie contract. This is when you build.
I understand that. That's what I said from the beginning. I understand it. But if he's not that guy, you just set back your franchise 3 years.
I guess I'll go on a limb and say I believe he is that guy.
No, I'm not saying he won't be. I'm just saying 14-win season, what you just did, expectations, you're not going to expect that.
I guess
to compete for the division title, that's out the window.
Really?
You think
people said the same thing about Sam Darnold, though.
Yes, 100%. I was probably one of those people, not for nothing. But the difference is, Sammy D we saw glimpses. We yet to see the glimpse from J.J. McCarthy. And one thing we could is a fact. Sammy D in USC was popping off the screen. J.J. wasn't popping off the screen in Michigan. He was led by a great running game and a top 2 defense. Let's just be real.
That's
fair. Let's
fair.
just be real.
That's fair. I guess I guess the organization is saying, you know what, with Kevin O'Connell, with the pieces around him, they're going to make him better. And I guess they're banking on that. They
No,
picked him a top 10.
I believe they can.
Yeah.
But my thing is,
I don't think, oh, and it went down. I don't think the division is out. I think they could compete for the division.
all right, let me ask you a question real quick.
Mm-hmm.
Right now,
Yeah.
with JJ, because that's what head forward with JJ. Are they better than the Green Bay Packers and the Detroit Lions? Simple yes or no.
I think they're better than the Bears, and I think they're better than the Packers. I don't think they're better than the Detroit Lions, but I think they can compete with them. And I think J.J. McCarthy's probably the fourth best quarterback in the division.
Okay, we're getting some honesty here. Another question.
Yeah.
Who for the 2025-2026 season, who you think is going to have more passing yards, more passing touchdowns? Caleb Williams or J.J. McCarthy? It's going to be Caleb Williams still. It's not hard. He has experience. All I'm saying is J.J. hasn't played at the NFL level. It's going to take him a couple of weeks to get in tune. I don't expect him to be Jaden Daniels.
Yeah.
That's my thing. If, let's just say, most rookies, Caleb last year, they struggle. History tells you rookies struggle. Is the fan base ready to go back to norm?
I don't think they go back to the norm. I don't think they go and struggle. I think a realistic
you think
record.
They could win 9? You think they could win?
I think 10 games. I think they can win 10 games. JJ McCarthy's. It pains me to say this, but he's a winner.
No, I'm not saying he's not.
You don't need a lot around him. You need a good offensive coach and a good offense and an okay defense, and he'll win you games.
I'm not denying he can't win you games. I'm just saying that's to be where you was last year and the years prior. I think you're going to be a couple years away from that.
Do I think they'll take a step back?
Absolutely.
Yes, but I don't think it's a full step. I think they take a half a step.
So you think
because I think if he didn't get hurt, he probably would have beat out Sam Darnold for that job.
I think they would have started him too. Absolutely.
Yeah.
Would have been a 14-win team?
Who knows? Who knows? We're gonna find out. We're gonna find out.
For Minnesota listeners or any Viking fans out there, I just hope you're ready because history tells. I'm not trying to be a Viking hater or JJ McCarthy hater. I hope he fucking goes to the NFC Championship next year, honestly, because fuck everybody else in the NFC.
Yeah, right.
Realistically, honestly, but history tells you rookie quarterbacks struggle. Are the Minnesota Viking fans and front office prepared for possibly a struggling quarterback? I don't think so.
I don't think they're going in with that mindset. They're rolling the dice on the kid, and I like it. I like it.
Honestly, I hope he's way better than I expect him to be.
Yeah, we will see. All right, kid. No real news in the NBA. The Bucks, they did fall to the 5th seed. Rockets, Jesus Christ, they're one of the hottest teams in the NBA. Again. 8 games in a row. They're up to the 2nd seed now. But that's about it. OKC, they've won 4 in a row. Clippers, sneakily, they've won 4 in a row. Everyone is hurt in Dallas still. They're done.
Well, they're tied for 10th. Technically, they're not done.
Technically, no.
But
I mean, the Heat
is looking unlikely they're going to make the 10th spot.
The Heat are done. I didn't think the Bulls were able to get past the 10th seed, but since the Heat have lost 9 in a row, they've gone up a spot. So
and we're done. Our chance.
Oh yeah, you guys are done. But you guys won the win total.
Oh, come on
now. Cleveland, first time I think all season they've lost 3 in a row now.
Yeah, shocked.
They're only 6 games back. Boston maybe get the 1 seed or
I think it's
over.
curtains. Well,
there's a chance.
If they lose, let's just say they lost 3 straight. Let's just say they lose 5 out of. Let's just say they lose 6 out of their next 10.
Mm-hmm.
Can the Boston Celtics win 9 out of the next 10?
Possibly.
Then things will get interesting. I highly doubt it. Cleveland's the number 1 seed.
Knicks, they lost a fucking awful game yesterday to the Spurs. Shouldn't have lost that, but
I ain't gonna hold you. I don't even know bro's name. He dropped 30 on y'all.
It don't matter. I mean, we sitting pretty at the 3rd. We sitting pretty at the 3 seed right now. We got
in 11 minutes.
Yeah, we sitting at the third seed,
19
ready to take
minutes.
on
My
the
apologies.
Pistons, and we gonna scrape Pistons. I fuck with them, but Kate Cunningham
All right,
over for you.
you might play the Bucks.
We not playing the
You're
Bucks.
tied with the Bucks,
Nah, they got 39 wins. Bucks got 38.
but they got 30
Oh yeah,
losses.
the
Come
lost
on,
word.
come
But
on now, Dale.
I,
Indiana's there too. I know you don't want to see Indiana first round. They're just
so
a game away.
I think my hot take. I think Pistons finish 6th seed, but they could finish 5th too.
They could finish fourth. They just a
Uh,
game back from four.
we will see, but it is coming to the nitty and gritty. Tokyo series, game 1. Dodgers win 4-1. Go 0-2 my bets, but man, it was nice to wake up and watch like meaningful baseball finally. Show and you'll start to see it early on. Once they hit that 70 pitch mark around the 5th inning, you're going to start to see them get taken out, especially early on. Yamamoto, he had 3 hits through the 3rd inning, and I was like, okay, I just need one more hit. They didn't get a hit to like the 7th, 8th inning. It was over for that. So over did not hit for us either. Over wound up hitting the second game. Dodgers wind up winning 6-3. That was a much better game, I thought. Sasaki looked good in his debut. Justin Steele looked pretty good as well. He had the strikeouts, but he wound up getting hit. Shohei winded up having a home run, so it was nice to see Shohei have a home run in Japan, and they won 6-3. So 2-0 for the Dodgers, and they do it, kid, without Mookie Betts and Freddie Freeman. I mean, this lineup is stacked. Shohei, Tommy Edman, Teoscar Hernandez, Will Smith, Max Muncy, Kike Hernandez. Kike from the Red Sox. Michael Conforto batting 7th in left field. I mean, this lineup is absolutely stacked, kid.
You know, it's funny. 2 of those guys are going to the bench.
Oh yeah,
That's the craziest part of that too. The lineup. 2 of those guys are going to sit.
What'd you think of the games, though? Did you enjoy waking up watching some baseball?
Yeah. I'm gonna be honest. On Tuesday, I was bullshitting at work. I'm talking about for the first from 6. The game started 6:10. From 6:08 to about 6:50, I was just wandering. I'm not even going. I'm talking about. I put my phone down. I watch. I look back up. Walk. Grab it. Go somewhere else. Put the phone down. Pretend I'm doing something. And so when I started my route, then that's when I stopped watching. But the first few innings were kind of, let's just say, dull. But at the end, it was exciting because it was fresh baseball.
Yeah, and then the second game, I did just take the Dodgers on the money line. So 1-2 to start the baseball season. Did you have any action game 2? I know you did have some on game 1.
I just had game 1. I had the over. Had the Cubs. Didn't take the Cubs officially, but hey, didn't work out. Thank God I didn't take the Cubs officially.
Yeah. All right, kid. Well, before we get to our plays, a quick word from our sponsor. We are brought to you each and every episode by Viva Tequila Seltzer, the most refreshing hard seltzer on the market, hands down. It is no wonder why Viva was voted #1 hard seltzer in the world by San Francisco World Spirit Competition. With only 88 calories, 0 carbs, 0 sugar, and a light 4.5 ABV, Viva is the perfect drink for your post-game celebration, as it was created with that active lifestyle in mind. We flavor tequila seltzer because flavor is the spice of life, and we like our drinks with just a kick, just like how we like our lives. Whether it's Huckleberry playing around a golf with the boys, or a new flavor jalapeno watching March Madness, it doesn't matter. Our flavors pair perfectly with that Artisanal Blanco tequila for that subtle and refreshing drink. I believe here at the Dream Wager and at Viva is to live long, live well, and live it up. All right, kid, let's get to it. We'll start in the association. Like I said, we only have 5 games here on a Thursday. Big slate on a Friday. We got 10 games on Friday, but your Brooklyn Nets on the road, 8.5-point underdogs. My Knicks, they're on the road as well, 7.5-point favorites against the Charlotte Hornets. I guess the only relatively close spread is that Chicago Bulls and Kings game. But what do you like here for Thursday?
Yeah, not really. I like on Thursday, to be honest. Still, Brooklyn catching 8.5. I might take the 8.5, but I'm gonna stay away. Knicks laying 7.5. Yeah, should take care of business. If anything, I'm gonna do this for the show. Give me the Sacramento Kings and give me the New York Knicks on a two-way 6-point teaser at minus 134. That's the best I could do for today. It's a every spread is big. I think the Bucks and Lakers. Bucks is laying 6. If anything, I'll lean with the Bucks as well, just because the Lakers have won 3 straight. I feel like they could possibly sit a couple people out. We know they played 8 games in 11 days, so we'll be surprised if Luca and Reeves and maybe somebody else is rested tonight. So I lean the Bucks minus the 6, depending on who's starting, who's not. But that's basically my only play for today. Two-way 6-point teaser, taking your Knicks on the road minus 1.5, and then the Sacramento Kings down to -1.
I have one player prop here, and it is in that Toronto Raptor Golden State Warrior game. It's just hard to ignore. That's my guy, Draymond Green. It's hard to ignore how well he's been playing since the All-Star break, and I just think this is a really good matchup for him. Toronto, awful defense, 18th in the league in defensive rating at 114.5. They play a lot of young players too, and I just feel like Draymond Green, he's been the type of guy and passer to take advantage of that. So I do think he'll do a good job racking up assists. He's been taking up a lot of threes as well, too. So, he's going to do some damage as a scorer, and you never know what he could do from there. Maybe get a couple boards. I think he's a great passer as well. If he can knock down a 3 or 2, I like it. I'm gonna take his points, rebounds, and assists at over 21.5 par. That's at minus 120. So I think he'll have a really good game. And I just think this is a really good matchup for him. So that's all I got. Do you have anything for Friday for the 21st? There are some lines up. We got Magic. They're laying 7 on the road against the Wizards.
Hell no. Give me the Wizards +7. Magic ain't that good. Magic season is over, to be honest. I'm gonna take the Wizards.
Both of their seasons.
Yeah. Give me the Wizards +7. If anything, if you don't like it, tease them up. They're not gonna. Honestly, I'm not gonna say they're not. They shouldn't lose by double digits.
What about the Rockets laying 4 on the road against the Heat?
Heat just lost 8 straight games. Give me the Rockets -4, -4.5. Wouldn't be surprised if it's at -5 come tomorrow, just because we saw them take care of business. I think they blew out the Magic yesterday. They were laying 2.5 and took care of business. It's the only bet I hit yesterday, by the way. So shout out Houston, still making me some money. Give me the Rockets -4.5, -5. That's what I'm assuming the spread will be by tomorrow.
And then the last game, we got Cavs laying 7.5 on the road against the Suns.
Might take the 7.5 with the Phoenix Suns. Like you said earlier, Cleveland lost 3 straight games. Phoenix, they're trying to make the play-in deal right now. Like I said, they're tied with number 10 with the Dallas Mavericks. Don't want to say must win, but I think you have to be competitive and try to win this game against the Cleveland Cavaliers.
All right, let's go to the college sports. March Madness. My bracket is toast already.
Shocker.
Yeah, Louisville, they fucked me. They lost to Creighton. High Point, they couldn't cover either. They were in the game the whole time until the last 4 minutes of the game, and then Purdue wound up taking over. For the rest of today, I have Drake +6.5, Utah State +5.5, and UC San Diego +2.5. But for Friday, I have Robert Morris +22.5 against Alabama. Going to be a very fun game tomorrow night. New Mexico and Marquette. New Mexico +3.5. Akron, the Zips +13.5 against Arizona. And then I got Liberty +6.5. What do you got for tonight and for tomorrow?
Yeah, for so far for today, I did take I took the dogs against Houston. Right now they're down 31. Took the +28.5. People, I think it's still alive. Let's just be honest. Only game for today. VCU taking on BYU. I think it's gonna be a good one. VCU catching 3. It was 2.5 earlier. I picked them out outright. They'll give me VCU +122 on the money line. I think they're gonna advance. BYU is good. They're not great. I think VCU takes care of business. I think they could win one round. Give me VCU to advance. And then for tomorrow, Baylor taking on Mississippi State. I said it earlier. Give me Baylor. Oh shit, they're dogs now. +100.
Yeah.
I ended up catching them -102. Shit, people. I think the fact that Baylor is a dog, hey, that money's coming in from Tennessee. From Mississippi. Can't blame them. Can't blame them. But give me Baylor on the road -102 on the money line. Next game, Colorado State taking on Memphis. Like I said, Colorado is very talented. Can't deny it. Kind of a little disrespectful. They're ranked 12. To me, they should be a little higher than that. But give me Memphis at number 5, Memphis, plus 120 on the money line. The fact that they're dogs in this game, to me, that's another slap in the face. Yes, Colorado's good, but they ain't that good now. Hey, Vegas might be on to something. Prove me wrong. Give me Memphis plus 120 on the money line. And Dale, last game, you might hate it. You might love it. USC taking on Ole Miss. Number 11 versus number 6 after that great performance we saw on Tuesday night. I'll be a madman not to lay it once again. Same number, by the way. Give me USC minus 1.5, minus 120 on the money line. Go Heels.
We always see someone make the final or make the Sweet 16 or like make a nice long run after they wind up winning the first 4 game, and UNC
USC
might be
did
that
it 3
team.
years ago, 2 years ago. Remember?
Yeah,
we did a couple years ago now.
All right, kid. Well, good luck. By the way, shout out Mount St. Mary's, big win over American. Their American's best player went down, Rogers, but once he went down, it was all over from there. But shout out Mount St. Mary's, a DMV school, but now they have to play Duke. So good luck. Gotta tip your cap to them. I mean that's a tough draw after that. But all right, kid. Let's go to the ice. 14 games. Hope you hit up Cuddy because there's a lot of action. Had a nice night. 8-3 last night on the ice. We'll start with the Rangers at Maple Leafs at the Rangers at Madison Square Garden. 3 plays there. I'm going to take the Rangers on the money line. That's sacrilegious coming from a Devils fan. Minus 130 on the money line. I like Austin Matthews. Anytime goal score at plus 125. Mika Zembenicek plus 230. Anytime goal score as well. Let's go to that Flyers at the Capitals. I'm going to go over 1.5 goals in the first period at minus 116. I'll take Ovechkin. I mean, this is every game. I'm going to take him anytime goal scorer at plus 100. Devils are playing. I'm not going to touch anything in that Devils game. A lot of plays here in this Colorado game. They're on a back-to-back. They played last night. Now going on the road, taking on Ottawa Senators. Love the over 5.5 at minus 134. Dylan Cones. Just for him to get a point at plus 106, Claude Giroux to get a point at plus 124, Nathan McKinnon to get a goal at plus 135, Brady Tkachuk, Captain America, plus 145, anytime goal scorer, Shane Patino, anytime goal scorer at plus 390, and then Brock Nelson, anytime goal scorer at plus 310. And then the last game, I have some action in late. Boston Bruins, Vegas Golden Knights. Give me Thomas Hertl, anytime goal scorer at plus 125, and Ivan Barashev, anytime goal scorer at plus 240. I think I gave 13, 14 plays right there. So
gotta love it.
A lot of plays there. There was just so many games. I might have more, so check my action app a little later on in the day. But kid, let's get to our MLB futures. I'm interested to see what you said because you said you had a lot.
No, not a lot. I got a few. I didn't want to have a ton.
Where do you want to start? Do you want to stay in the AL? Do you want to start in the NL? I kind of want to start in the NL. I have more for the NL.
Yeah, we can start wherever you want. Like I said, I don't have a lot.
All right.
I have a good amount, not a lot.
Let's start in the NL East. The Braves should be a very tough, I'll say, not good, we'll see, but very tough division with the Braves, the Mets, and the Phillies. Nationals, they're on the rise, they're in rebuild, and then Marlins just trash. But what is your, I guess, favorite play for the NL East?
For the NL East?
Yes, if you have one, or you want me to start?
I'll start, Dill. Realistically, I like 2 plays. Give me over 93.5 for the Atlanta Braves. I think if healthy, wouldn't be surprised to get their 100-win team once again. Braves, we know they're going to be a good team each year in and out. And then I have another one, Dill. You might hate me a little bit, but I think they have a chance. They've been a playoff team for 3 straight years now. Give me the Philadelphia Phillies to win it all at plus 1,000. I would not be surprised. They have the experience. To me, they just little short on the pitching staff. But hey, trade deadline, anything is possible. Give me the Phillies to win it all, plus 1,000.
Yeah, I love the over 93.5 wins for the Braves. I
Wow, you
took
love?
not a lot love, but I took
It's
it
a
as
good bet.
well.
It's a
Yeah,
good bet.
it's
Yeah,
last year they were riddled with injuries and they still flirted with 90 wins.
that's why I said if.
I think we're gonna see some positive regression on that end. They also got their stars back, but and I hate to say it, I'm a Met fan, but this team does have a high floor, and I think it might be a good year for them to get back on track. It is a big number, especially in the division with three good teams, one on the rise with the Nationals, I believe. But I just think this offense is just really good. They're getting back Acuna as well. I just worry about their pitching rotation. Strider, he'll probably return late April or May. Ian Anderson, he hasn't pitched in the big league since 2022. AJ Smith-Schuster, he had a 485 in AAA. This guy Hurston, Walrep, he may be good. They're high on him, but he got shelled in his 2 MLB starts last year. So I think they just need more protection around Chris Sale. He threw a lot of innings for them last year. I hope he could stay healthy for them. Schwellenbach, he's good. Gets a lot of strikeouts. I think they'll add another arm at the deadline, but they should be good enough to get 94 wins. So I like that.
Mm-hmm.
Mets, honestly, as a Met fan, I would wait. You could probably get a better price in season if you're high on them because they will struggle at one point.
For the first month.
Yeah.
Let's be honest.
But I am rooting for them to win it all. I actually like the under. I got 91.5 for the Phillies. They've cleared their win total in 4 straight seasons, but I just think the market has finally caught up to them. I'm going to fade them this year. I don't think they'll drop off that much, but like I said, I just think the division is tough. Braves, they should return to form. The Mets are good, getting Juan Soto. Marlins and Nationals, they always give them fits. And, everyone was high on the Phillies in the first half of the season, but when they finished the year 33-33, it told me everything. It told me and everyone else that they were just playing way over their heads. So I do think just like the Braves positive regression, I think negative regression is coming for the Phillies. And I think who we saw in the second half of the year was more of the Philly team we're going to see this year. I think they'll be competitive. I think they'll be a playoff team. I think they'll win 82, 85 games, maybe a wild card team, but I don't see them winning 92, 93 games. So I'm actually going to take the under for the Phillies. All right, kid. Let's go to the NL West. Let's go to the NL West. I have a few plays I like here. We just saw Dodgers. They started 2-0. We got the Padres. Everyone's always high on the Padres. Got the Giants, D-backs, very high on the D-backs, and then the Rockies, who they stink. But anything here for the NL West?
For the NL West, it's tough. I kind of wanted to take a sprinkle on Otani 50+ home runs at plus 235. Anything for the division, it'll be like a piece of bet. If anything, Padres plus 750 for the division. But for the West, that's all I got. A sprinkle on Otani 50+ home runs at plus 235.
Yeah, so for me, I have 2 bets. One's going to be with the Dodgers. Not going to touch anything. There's a prop that I like, actually, where the Dodgers win the division and then the Diamondbacks come in second, where they finish first and second. You could get that at plus 225. I like that a lot. We all know the Dodgers are going to be great. But D-backs, I'm very high on the D-backs. They added Corbin Burns. They added Josh Naylor at first base. There's a lot to like. I think their pitching could go head-to-head with anybody in this division. I just think they're going to be more competitive than the Padres, who they didn't do anything in the offseason. They just came back with the same team. So don't like that. But you mentioned Shohei Ohtani. I have a player prop for him. I'm invested in them to win the division, but I'm not going to take their NL West. It's minus 600 to win the NL pennant. It's plus 135. Don't want any part of that. Shohei Ohtani, under 30.5 stolen bases. He made history last year, 50-50 club. He had 54 home runs, 59 stolen bases. It was one of the best seasons in history. And he's expected to pitch again this season. And I don't think Dave Roberts in this organization is going to want to risk any potential setbacks. Otani averaged 14.3 stolen bases in his first 6 seasons as an MLB player. He stole more than 20 bases once before his debut campaign as a Dodger. So I would be very surprised if he was aggressive on the base path this year, especially since they do expect him back on the mound. So gonna fade him. We got there so far. He hasn't stolen a base so far, but under 30.5 stolen bases. Fading the Padres, going under their win total. They didn't add anything, and they lost some guys.
Mm-hmm.
They lost who they lost? They lost Justin Profar to the Braves. They lost Tanner Scott to the Dodgers, and they lost Blake Snell to the Dodgers. Yeah, we're gonna fade the Padres. Giants. I have no real take on the Giants. I am interested to see how Buster Posey handles the team. He is the team president now, which, I mean, we're old now, kid. We remember when Buster Posey was one of the best catchers.
Tim Lincecum and Buster Posey was
Legends.
the fucking duel in MLB The Show. If you know, you know.
Legends. I actually love the Arizona Diamondbacks. I was saying it earlier. I'm gonna go over their win total at 86.5. I'm gonna take, like I said, I also took them to finish second if you want to be specific, but I just think adding Corbin Burns, it's gonna be their ace with Merrill Kelly, Zach Gallen. I think they got some guys. Montgomery later in the season as well. I think Montgomery could be a nice fifth starter for them, but I think Josh Naylor at going to first base, I think he's good. They ranked 4th in the majors last season, WRAC plus at 115. I just think they have a great pitching staff. The Padres didn't do anything to help their roster. Rockies are the worst team maybe in the league. Giants, they're still a few years away. All they really have to do is just compete with the Dodgers, and they're not going to beat the Dodgers. So I think they're going to win 90 to 92 games. They only have to they're only going to trail the Dodgers, in my opinion. So 86.5 wins. I like the Diamondbacks this year. I think they could be really solid. Let's go to the NL Central. Interesting teams for that. I don't have any for this one. Do you?
For the NL Central, Dill, I think I have, NL Central. I'm going to take a shot at it. Give me the Brew Crew plus 270 to win the division. Don't get Cubs clearly are better team on paper, but when the season starts, people, when I say when the season starts, I'm talking about after May. Realistically, I'm talking about June and on. I wouldn't be surprised if the Brew Crew got something brewing. Give me, I think it's worth a shot. Give me the Brewers plus 270 to win the division.
Yeah, nothing for me in the NL Central. What I do have, though, is the AL Central, and we'll go over there. Interesting teams, you got the Tigers, Twins. A lot of people love the Royals. You got the Guardians as well, and then the White Sox are the White Sox. Low-key, I do like the White Sox to go over their win total. 53.5 is just crazy. I mean, the good thing about being so low is there's only one way to go, and that's up. So I do like low-key White Sox over 53.5 wins. I'm going to take the Royals to miss the playoffs. I think, the market, I think, has overreacted after just one good season for the Royals. Let's not forget, they lost 106 games back in 2023. All right, just because they had one good year last year and they made it to the AL DS or CS last year, I'm good off them. I'm going to fade them. They lost Brady Singer as well. I love Bobby Witt Jr., though. He is an absolute superstar. But under 82.5 wins, I'm going to fade the Royals. Guardians, I'm going to take them to miss the playoffs at minus 130. Don't think they're going to. First-year manager, Stephen Vogt, we'll see what he could do for them. I thought they got lucky last year as well. So gonna fade them. Best bet, though, kid. I'm going to take the Tigers to win the division at plus 230. I think the time is now for Detroit. Plenty of momentum since last year. They were one of the hottest teams in baseball after the trade deadline. They added more rotation depth behind Turk Skubal, last year's Cy Young winner. They have a top 10 rotation in the league. And the lineup, I think it has room to grow. They're 29th in on base percentage last year, but I just think there's a lot to like in this young, talented team. Riley Green, he could be a player that's on the rise as well. So, yeah, I'm going to take the Tigers. I think they're better than the Minnesota Twins right now. So at plus 250, I think they're the best team in the AL Central.
Hell, I'm be honest, I love everything I just heard. Uh, give me the Tigers to win the division plus 230. I'm with you, Dill. To start the season, I do think Minnesota is gonna be, let's just say, the better team. But when come June, we saw even last season, Detroit started playing much better after the All Star break. I wouldn't be surprised if they turn it on a little early. Come June, July, they're on top of the division. I expect Minnesota, to ease on early on, but I expect Detroit to come on come summertime. Give me over 83.5 wins, minus 112, and give me the sprinkle to win the division, plus 230.
All right, and then that was the only thing I had. What about the AL East with your Boston Red Sox? What do you got? 3 years in a row?
3 years in a row. Is that 86.5?
Oh, market caught up a little bit.
Mark is like, you know what, Elvis? We're not gonna give you our money this year. I have to go somewhere else still. But don't get me wrong. I love the over 86.5. I kind of want to take a shot. 90 plus wins at plus 158. I think I love that bet a little more. I think we'll get to 90 this year. We know our bats. Our bats might be. I think it's going to be better than where they were last year. But what was our number one issue? Was our pitching rotation. In my opinion, I think we improved our pitching rotation by a lot, in my opinion. So, still, I think we got to give a shot at 90 plus wins and give me a sprinkle on the division plus 280. The New York Yankees, much better team on paper, but they're dealing with a ton of injuries. A ton of injuries. Wouldn't be surprised they're dealing with more come a month or two from now. Baltimore, they're a great regular season team. Come playoff time, they wet the bed. We know this. I think the Red Sox got a shot. Don't call me a homer. I know I'm a Red Sox fan, people. But one thing y'all got at least agree with me on, you're a better team this year than we were last year. Give me 90 plus wins, plus 158, and give me to win the division, plus 280.
One thing I was looking at the Red Sox, I've been high on them for a while. I think they're increasing. They didn't play a good second half of the season last year, though. That's what worried me.
And surprisingly, we're a bad home team.
Yeah, I don't know why.
How. Yeah, I don't know how. First time in my life, I think we're a bad home team.
I think the way I would play the Red Sox is Alex Cora to win AL Manager of the Year at plus 750. That is very nice. Since 2012, all 26 Manager of the Years have been on teams that made the playoffs. Of those 26 managers, 22 were on teams that didn't make the postseason the prior year. And, they were in a wild card hunt last September, but they haven't made the postseason since 2021. They're minus 125 to make the playoffs this year, which is better than any other team that missed the postseason last year. Rangers, they're minus 120. Mariners are minus 110. Twins plus 110. Rays plus 180. Blue Jays plus 240. I just think for the money that you're about to bet, I think the best way to bet on a breakout year for Boston, which I do think they're trending in the right direction, I think Alex Cora could become the first Red Sox manager to win the award since 1999. So, yeah, I like it. Plus 750. I think there's some value there, but that's the only way I would play the Red Sox. But anything else, kid? AL, I said Central. AL West, anything there?
NL West, I think I have. Yeah, NL West. Give me the Rangers to win the division, plus 185. And Dill, you might disagree with me. I'm high on the Rangers. I think if healthy, they might have the best pitching rotation in all of baseball. If healthy, it's a big if. Give me the Rangers plus 1900 to win it all. We saw them just a couple of years able to do it with some injuries. Now they could be healthy. Who knows? I think they could. Yeah. I think they bounce back. Not saying they're gonna win it all, people, but I think it's worth a sprinkle at plus 1900. Give me the Rangers to win it all at plus 1900. Wow. And then I'm trying to find the matchup So I want to give the odds for the
Yeah.
matchup.
Yeah, well, you find that I kind of agree, man. That's the only way I would play the Rangers as well to
You
win the
agree?
division. Yeah, plus 225. I saw it. They haven't won the division since 2016, and I just think if you're everyday baseball watcher like us, there are signs that the Astros' reign is coming to an end. They let Alex Bregman go. They traded away Kyle Tucker. He became too expensive as well. I just think not just me, I think quote unquote experts, they think Houston is taking a step back. I think it's opening the door for multiple teams, not even just in the AL, but in the division as well. Mariners, they're good, but I just give the edge to the Rangers. I think they have more upside after winning the World Series in 2023. Then we're 78 and 84. You get Jacob DeGrom coming back. They're going to be in a bounce back position this year. I think they're going to be healthier. They got young players taking that next step at plus 225. It's just based on value. Call me crazy, but I like the Rangers as well.
Gang deal. And World Series matchup: Philadelphia Phillies versus the Texas Rangers, plus 6,000. Not as crazy as you think. Plus 6,000. The only odds I see that's lower is Philadelphia versus the Yankees and Philadelphia versus Houston. That's it.
I love it. I love it, kid. Any more MLB futures that you like before we start the season, kid?
Paul Sneeze to lead the league
him.
in strikeouts, plus 350. If he's healthy, I think he has a shot. We saw the potential last year. The man started the All-Star break as a rookie. Wouldn't be surprised if he's the best pitcher this year. Wouldn't be surprised. Give me to lead the league in strikeouts, plus 350.
All right. Well, thank you, kid. Anything else you got to say before we get up out of here? I'm gonna throw this mic across the room.
Real quick,
Yeah.
for anybody out there who has a perfect bracket remaining, I'll see you tomorrow.
Yeah, no one has a perfect bracket. Fuck that. Kid, good luck. Enjoy the games, and we'll see you guys on Monday.